Alright, we are now entering the Alpha Omega Airbnb in Miami 2023.
We out here, what?
Once we get the door open.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
White.
Ooh, and a touch of red.
Whoa! That is nice.
Well, welcome to our living room for the weekend.
Yes.
These are some of my favorite colors. White, red, and black is perfect. A little glance. This expensive sofa. All white leather.
Just catch the move.
The kitchen seems modern. All new modern appliances. You have your stainless steel refrigerator. You have your stove situation. It's electric.
What's in this room?
Stoves.
Ooh, my bedroom.
Ooh. A big bedroom.
My bedroom.
Nice shower. Yes. Nice little art.
That's cute for a photo though.
Yeah.
Should we go to this way? Let's go this way. Yep. You have another bathroom here. A locked door.
Nobody in there.
Nobody in here. Nobody in here, but these are the two rooms. A little bunk bed situation. A little mini bathroom that leads to outside.
I wish all tours were like this. Just get straight to the point.
Oh, it's cold. It's a little cold. Where the sun at?
I think when it's
Quiet in the morning.
Tired. Long flight. Had to kill time before we could check in. Yeah. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Well, hello. It's your favorite motherfucking sex siren and body person. And he back in Miami, like, oh my God, like, yes, like, oh.
For those that do not know this man, this is Marcus Alpha Omega OMEGA.
Yes.
Well, Marcus, how many times have you been to Miami?
I've been to Miami 3 times, but those 2 times I stayed inside the house and I won a ball. Of course, sex siren and body. Yes.
Well, what are you looking forward to the most about this weekend?
Spending time with my family, winning. That's what I came here to do. That's what I am going to do.
And what are you walking?
Sex siren and body.
Marcus, why are you so competitive?
Well, I'm so competitive. That's just me. That's been me since I came out, my mama, since I came out of her.
So what do you love about being competitive the most?
I want to say the competition. Can't get enough of that. But I don't know. Just being challenged every single day or by other people. You don't know what might come about, but
Who's your biggest competition?
Nobody.
Do you really mean
Was
that?
that a question?
Yeah. Who's your biggest competition, Marcus?
I don't see nobody as my biggest competition. I don't see nobody. It's only just me. Here. Turn. Everything just has to be laid down. Just have material is. So it's good. Yeah, it works.
So Kyrie. Oh, we're gonna get your full look in a minute. Hold on, but tell us first, Marcus, how do you feel about this look?
It fits me.
So Kyrie, let the people know let them know about this look overall.
So this look was inspired by Mortal Kombat.
You could have let them know you designed it.
Oh. So this look wasn't. Wait. What? I was getting to that.
Oh.
So this look was inspired by Mortal Kombat. I designed it based off of my male version of, you know, like Katana, Melina, Tanya, like all of them. So this is like my guy version. You gotta have the cover to cover with the face. You got the harness, the arms, the little details, and then of course with the sex siren part added, take these off, and you got the underwear, you know, for a little reveal. I always love the reveal, so the look fits, it's perfect, and I think he's gonna kill it. Assassin.
As Marcus said earlier, there's no competition from y'all.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow?
He said period.
Okay, perfect.
Now, Rebel, what is this look? And yeah, just tell us all about this look right here.
Well, as you can see, it's all about money. This look is for All-American Runway in Miami tonight. Tomorrow, 2023. If you guys remember last year, I walked Sex Siren with the money effect. So I just thought maybe to upgrade it and add it to the fashion category. Yeah.
To the runway category.
To the runway category, yeah.
Who made this though? We gotta let them know.
All right, so of course, who makes my amazing effects? My brother G. Follow him. And my dad thought of the whole idea. And of course, the three of us together. Great
Dream team.
Dream team.
And what is this right here?
This is perfect tints and a printed suit.
What made you decide to go with this print, this idea?
I was trying to give some type of tropical vibes. I never did this color before. I think it looks pretty dope. And with the gold accessories, and I found this green hat, everything looks perfect.
Yes. Y'all know it's Marcus Alpha Omega. Follow me on Instagram, Marcus_the with a THA, not a THE. Great, all one word. Marcus_the great. Like I said, I am your. Well, damn, I don't know how many times I've been Sex Siren of the Year from 2016 to now, and Body from 2018 all the way up to now. You know, like I said, the best of the best.
So Marcus, let me ask you a question. Why Alpha Omega? You was a Balmain. That was the only house you was in prior, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you came to the house. You've been in the house for over a year. You debuted a couple weeks in a year. Why this house? What did you love about this house? You know, you're a friend. You have a few friends in every bit of house. You know, you hang out with different people. But why this house? What makes you decide to call this one home?
Well, for me, like I said, I'm very observant. I see how y'all wasn't really pressed for no members. Secondly, I was more interested in the family aspect. Like I said, I've been observing the house since the house came out. And, you know, before I actually came to this house, West or Gucci was going to be my house, but, you know, after observing no shade or anything to the West or anybody else, but I found out that Alpha Omega, after talking to Caesar, after talking to Rebel, because I was always curious on why everybody was always also trying to say me after Rebel for. And like I said, like I don't know, like I said, after talking to everybody in the house, I have gotten a vibe that, I have not gotten from the other houses. Not only that, the thing about most we love about this house is that, like I said, we always together. Like I said, every house have their ups and downs. We have our ups and downs. But one thing that we always want to do, we always want to stick together. Like I said, we one big happy family, literally. And like I said, encouraging, like I said, checking up on everybody, things like that. All of that plays a big part in what I was looking for.
Even when you go MIA on me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. and then he popped back up and annoys me like hell, like he never left. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, over here this evening with Rebel, we are pretty much relaxing a little bit. I'm really upset right now, but Kyrie told me to. Romello then forgot my bag at the airport. And it's the bag. So what happened, let me give you a little backdrop, right? I had paid for 2 bags because I had to bring a bunch of stuff for Alphas in a really big bag. So in the bigger bag, I put all the stuff in there for them. And the smaller bag, I put my personal stuff. Romello just thinking about himself, and he only grabbed one of my bags. So I realized that when we unpacked the car, and I'm like, where's my bag? So I'm thinking, because usually this is what we do. Me and Kyrie, when we travel, or me and Sean or anybody, we get to the airport, I go get the rental car, and Kyrie gets the baggage.
Young minds. Very, you move too fast. Very forget. It doesn't make me.
You're 29 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you've been my child for 5 years. This ended will make 6. Yeah, you had to grasp certain things, but
I
wouldn't
cut off fast. And
yes,
I wouldn't, like, if I knew I was, like, upsetting you, I would make sure,
not my bag, though.
Yeah, not your bag with your stuff in it. That's kind of like...
Hurt. Yeah. But on a good note, I'm going to go in a little while, and we're going to retrieve it, and hopefully it'll be just a funny memory 10 years from now.
10.
So, Rebel, how do you feel? Kyrie, I'm coming Rebel for y'all, but Kyrie, how do you feel? Like,
I feel great.
Like, we're in Miami, like, think about it. Like, when I first had this conversation with you, which is funny because the next episode coming out is going to kind of like talk about that. But as you remember, when I first had this conversation with you, well, let's back up a little bit. So Kyrie, of course, he knew about Ballroom. Of course, he's from Baltimore, from the Maryland area, and he knew about and the funny thing was he had told me that he never wanted to walk sex siren, and he always did Runway from like being a model and stuff like that.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, but it was always also very different, and he's still grasping that category as it goes on because for the runway you're used to, it's different than Ballroom runway.
Yeah.
There are things that are
aspect of it. Performing was new. Like, performing was.
Then you just walking down the runway, showing the clothes for the designer and things like that.
Yeah, it's like more than just walking
and battling.
Right, and battling. Runway at fashion shows, you're just walking, showing off a garment, you leave, get your pictures. Ballroom runway is a whole different experience. Like you're on a battlefield.
Is it the category that you want to conquer?
Yes, because I've done it for so long in New York Fashion Week. Like I walk New York Fashion Week, so you come here thinking like, oh yeah, I got this. But it's once you adapt the different technique that it takes, which I'm still learning. So that's just one of my journeys this year.
So going back, we talked about it, and then we thinking about now, we're going into again the house was founded in 2020. You had debuted when we do at the Alpha Omega Ball, which was the first annual Brtbtv Awards Ball. Yeah. Then the pandemic happened. We was in that. I wasn't doing nothing during that pandemic, but just filming Triangle.
He was hiding for months.
Yeah, I was scared. Then we, established it in 2021, May of 2021, and we just pretty much just been taking off running ever since. How do you feel like to see how everything is, coming to be?
I love to see the growth. I like to be a part of things that I see growing and not being stationary. And I definitely see Alpha Omega hitting new heights, getting accolations. It's called accolades. Accolades.
Your version, the accolations, baby. The accolations, that's some hood shit. You get your accolades and accolations. Okay, well, he's a little hood, though. Don't let it fool you now.
Hood, from PG County, gorgeous Prince George's. Well, I love Alpha Omega. I wouldn't, of course, never would have seen myself anywhere else but this, in this perfect situation right now.
So let me ask you a question. As my like personal child in my house, of course, and like the first member, do you feel pressure?
I have the most pressure. I'm not even gonna like try to sugarcoat it. Like, oh no! Like I have the most pressure. It's on my back. It's on my shoulders every day.
You said I ain't even gonna fucking
Right,
sugarcoat
you
it.
know, like no, no.
But
pressure,
wait,
yeah.
the best
But
way
it
I deal with
helps.
pressure.
It helps me. Pressure.
Let's talk about that. How does it help you?
Pressure, for me, like it gives me a sense of responsibility and purpose and leadership. So it's like, if I don't, who will? Like I have to. I'm in a position to, so I take it serious. Anything I do, I take it serious. So I enjoy the pressure because I know I can handle it.
What I will say is that sorry guys. What I will say is about pressure. I think for you, pressure has forced you and helped you to grow up a lot and to recognize mistakes and take accountability for it. I think for you. Also, I think that pressure has like created you to become more of a stickler. When I say a stickler, like able to, like, for example, y'all, like if Kyrie looks at something and I'm like, I think you could have did better, or he'll say, I think I could have done better. I could have pushed myself more. I should have did this. You know, you have to be honest when you want to be the best.
I'm never one of those people that's like, oh, I had it done. Like I was perfect. Or like, it's always something you can add. There's always something you can do, regardless to how fab you think you are. It's always room for growth. You have to be okay with that and understand that that's the thing.
What's the one thing that you love about Ballroom? Like, since you entering into this and doing it as you have, what do you love about Ballroom?
I love a spectacle.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's so much. It's always like stuff happening. Like once you walk into the ball, everybody has all these great outfits. Everybody's laughing and just kikiing, and everybody's getting prepared. Like I love competition, so I love being in like the battle zone and everybody just like figuring out what's going on and the anticipation. And then the ball starts and everybody's like, who's getting called for LSS and who's disappearing for the categories and who's winning. And so it's just a whole ballgame. Like you have to be tuned in, and I love being a part of things that I can just like, don't even have to worry about my phone. Like I want to be like in the moment. I want to be here. Ballroom makes you want to be in the moment.
You know one thing, and I mean this, boy, talk about everything. I've never asked you this. What is your favorite category? Like for you to spectate, what do you love to watch?
I have two.
Okay.
For my own personal reasons, I love to watch Realness with a Twist.
Well, you told me that before. You have told me that before.
But I really enjoy.
Well, what's the personal? Is that something that we can divulge?
Well, you know, the boys who usually walk Realness with a Twist usually have like the kind of vibe I like, which is like masculine with a little feminine touch. Well, a lot of feminine touch, you know, but just in certain categories.
In certain categories?
Yeah, in certain categories, people have to be authentic. People have to be themselves. And other categories, you're allowed to play up yourself, which is a part of it. Part of the performance, like, oh yes, face girl, my face has never had a pimple ever. And so you're walking up there like, I am the queen. And then, you know, but so it's just like, I love also the acting aspect of it. Like you can tap into a character and be somebody else. Live in that fab moment.
Okay. What is the second category you said you like?
Face.
Which face?
All face.
All face? Why?
I would say all face.
Why?
I love, it's like, this is your weapon. One of our weapons. And it takes a lot for your face to be in tip-top shape. Like it's breakouts and you're stressed and then ashy. There's all types of things. So face takes a lot of work. And also like
how much have you
categories too, but
have you learned a lot of well since you've been my child, I think you learned a lot about skin and stuff like that, period.
Yeah.
But like what is the most stressful thing for you, like if you was to be a face person, you would think for
skin.
You? Really?
Because I have stress breakouts. So I'll be stressed out about the ball, and then I'll be stressed out that I got a pimple, and then it would just be a whole thing. So I try to stay, you know.
The crazy thing is, and I'm gonna tell you a business for this part, is that his skin can be glowing. Like I'll be on top of him, like you drinking your water, or you doing your vitamins, stuff like that, and he'll be perfectly fine. And what happens
it's like right the week of a ball, my face just goes crazy.
And then it's the countdown for it to go away.
Yeah, but by the time the ball starts, my face is like good. So I don't know.
It's the stress.
Yeah, it's stress. Literally, it's stress. It has to be. Cause my face was clear. My face was clear for weeks. Butterscotch.
Past weeks.
Yeah, past weeks, just butterscotch, baby. And I was,
So my question to you is like you do keep a very positive outlook about Ballroom. You don't get involved in a lot of the politics and mess. I like make sure I'm on top of you about that. What is something that you would tell someone similar to yourself or like yourself entering the Ballroom? What would be your advice to them if they came to you and was like, "Hey, Rebel, I want to be a part of Ballroom"?
There's many ways to say this, so I'll kind of say all of them. Have tough skin. Step out of yourself. Fight.
Wait, Claire.
Fight. Oh, sorry. Not fight people.
No violence, okay? We don't need any violence in Ballroom. Yeah, bitch,
Right.
Yo, bitches,
Like,
come
fight.
here and
He
turn
said
that
to
ball out.
fight.
Turn that ball out. Shut the ball down.
I meant that figuratively. Whereas, like, if you dust yourself off and try again. Leah said it best. Keep going back. You lose. Keep going back. Because it's all about making a moment.
Don't give up.
I've had balls where I didn't win, but the moment I made was bigger than me winning. So it's really about the moment. And every time you step on that floor, give it your 100% energy and effort.
Proud of you.
Proud of you?
Oh, bitch, fuck you.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. And who are you for the people that don't know?
The infamous. It's like,
Fat Rabbit Killer!
oh, right. Lamar Alpha. Let me take my mask down.
This is my baby Lamar. How are you, Lamar? I'm so happy to see you.
I'm good.
Here in Miami. So let the people know why it's very special that me and you are here in Miami.
It's special for us this weekend. Especially being that we are former prodigies. We were
Original Prodigy.
original. Well, I came like maybe a couple months after that.
You're still original.
I'm still original compared to like some of the folk that's probably gone, far gone. But yeah, I've been a member. Well, I was a member for about 15 years. So I came to the house like at the end of 2002. And they originated in August, and I came in December. So it's very.
So you were here day 3.
Day 3, yeah.
Day 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's pretty special. I have a close relationship with Man. A lot of the family members, Nylon, the North Carolina members, Sekou. I was part of the New York chapter and Philadelphia chapter. So yeah, it's very special. A lot of my ballroom career has been with Prodigy.
So let's talk about your rebirth, your comeback. Listen, for the people that don't know, your comeback of the year.
Comeback of the year, yeah.
Comeback of the year, maybe 1, maybe 2 coming. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep it going. I don't know.
Lamar. So first question is, what made you decide to re-enter Ballroom?
Yeah.
And my second question is, what made you decide Alpha?
Ballroom. This is like my 3rd go, I want to say, with Ballroom. I constantly kind of like just dip my feet in the water, and then I kind of have these moments and these outbursts, and I kind of get like a little over it, and then I just like focus on other things. A lot of it too was just me, I started Ballroom at a young age. I started Ballroom when I was 17, maybe it was like 18, but I was really young. During that time, it was like just me trying to figure out a lot of things. I had like some issues in my younger years. Even like with navigating through all that, I just decided to like take a break and just kind of like focus on rebuilding my life, gaining some structure. So I felt like it was the perfect time for me to kind of like get back into Ballroom. With me joining Alpha, it was like the perfect marriage because Sade had created the house, and we were already members in Prodigy before. It was more of a feel. Nisha is my mother. So during the time that, the house was going, we were in the talks of like, some things possibly blossoming. However, I knew that, the connection that she had with the house, she was doing a lot of helping the house out, especially during Legendary. So I would come around and I would get a feel of the house, and I loved it. Like, I think the turning point for me, I came to New York one weekend to have dinner with my mother, and I went to an alpha practice, and I remember sitting in, and I was just sitting in the chair, and they were like voguing, and they were like doing practices. I've been to several practices as a prodigy, and I think what kind of stood out was like we had like a moment at the end, and we kind of like just had like a sit down, and we prayed, and it was more so like us checking in with everyone's like mental, what everyone had going on, and I kind of connected with a lot of the members, and for me it was very rare. It was kind of like nostalgic to like how I felt when I first joined Ballroom. So that kind of like checked all the boxes for me. And yeah, it's been like a natural feeling, man. Like, this is my family. Yeah, like, I go hard for my alphas.
Yes, he does, y'all.
Baby, I will argue.
Any of y'all come up under this video with any shit, he will be the one. He hides under no name but his own.
I do. I will definitely put my name up there, and none of y'all know who said what. But I go hard for my house because I know that there's a lot of good people, with no ill intent. So when I see my house getting tried, especially publicly, and I know that that's not within the character of like the individuals that's part of this this entity, I stand up for my house. So that's right.
Let me ask you this. So for those that don't know, that may be watching for the first time here, your category for years was schoolboy and twist, time to time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you came back out doing since you debuted last year was Best Dressed.
Yeah.
With that infamous floor length, I'm gonna insert the clip right here for the people.
Oh baby.
Blue coat. First off, I know you dibbled and dabbled in Best Dressed before. Yeah. What made you decide, okay, in your return to like, okay, I'm gonna really do this for real?
I've always kind of liked fashion. I told a lot of people, even like when I was a prodigy, I've always kind of looked up to like a lot of fashion houses. So like even when I was a prodigy, I always wanted to like be in Allure. I would always tell like people who were a part of the house, like, hey, like I always like just kind of like, just like fashion. Eric Allure, who I've been vocal about, he's like one of my key go-tos as far as like what I look at in terms of like fashion and what fits the mold. So fashion has always been a thing for me. I worked in retail for like so many years, so it's kind of worked hand in hand as well. And I also like how I looked in clothes. So
you look very nice in clothes.
Yeah, like I'm so relaxed on a day-to-day. I'm like in a hoodie, I'm in like what I got on, some sneakers. So when I get to like throw on clothes, like I feel like I just transform, and I get
you're in the building. You feel like you're in the building.
Yeah, you can't tell me shit.
So what would you say is your aesthetic that you go for when you walk?
I go for clean. I go for simple. My key thing is like keeping it simple. I don't like too much busyness. If I can just keep it like clean, simple, what I would see on a runway, opposed to like just mixtures. Yeah, like clean aesthetic. Yeah.
So when you look at fashion, what fashion may get you in trouble? But hey, what fashion in Ballroom are you really not a fan of?
I don't like when
No, matter of fact, let me rephrase that.
I want to say it was something that happened.
No, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
So you basically said that your aesthetic is very, if I had a space, I would say that it's clean, it's tailored.
Yeah.
There's a certain look, not too much going on. You're more into like a piece that like is standing out in a different way.
Yeah.
Would you say for what Ballroom looks for in fashion, that is kind of a it kind of is a conflict for you when you walk?
Yeah, it's been a conflict for me. Even when I first started to when I first started walking best dressed, I felt like I always missed something. Like it was always something that was lacking. It's always that over the top thing for me. Is when I look at it through my lens, I see like clean lines. I see like tailoring. Everything's fitted nice. I see color. That's another thing that I like to do. And you know, I really don't like to wear too many dark colors. I like to like be bold, bright.
You like the pop?
I like to pop, yeah. Like even like with my everyday attire, like I'm wearing like colors all day. I would just want to stand out. So yeah, I don't like too many prints, bold prints. I don't like to mix too many of those things. But I always lack sometimes, like, you know, like just adding the finishing touches on certain things. Sometimes I used to think it was like the accessories, but sometimes it's like, you know, adding a cape, adding a cane or a hat or something like that. Because I feel like sometimes ballroom is a little exaggerated when it comes to like fashion. So sometimes you have to think outside of your norm to like kind of like fit the mold.
I got a good question for you.
What's up?
Who is a person in ballroom that you would not do their fashion on you, but you do live for it on them? Like you like how they bring it to life. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it's not your aesthetic,
but I like it.
But you like it, and it's ballroom.
I'll say Michi. I'll say
Iconic Michi Landin.
Yes, I would say Michi because there's been times when I've been like, darn, that's bold, that's edgy, but that's not me. I can't see myself like kind of wearing that, but like I will look through it through like a lens of like ballroom and like fashion. I'd be like, okay, cool, I can rock that out, but I don't know how that would probably fit me. But then again, it probably would work on me.
I would say Michi for me too, though, because I think that he's very bold and going in, and he makes it work.
Yeah,
he makes it work.
Yeah, I've seen like, you know, like his evolution, like of him, like me just walking schoolboy at the time, just watching him like, you know, go through best dress from Runway, and I can say that like Michi stepped out there, and a lot of the like his looks early on, I would like be like, ooh, I don't know about that, but then I would look at it and be like, well, that's because I can't see myself with it, but I can see it. So yeah, I'll say Michi for sure.
Okay. And my last question for now is, who is your 2 favorite outfits and why? That just gets you up all the time.
On the floor or like, I'm not talking about like personal.
Period.
Anything, period. Alright. Arnaz. I like Arnaz because Arnaz is just like grown man. He's adult. He's sensible. He knows how to. He's solution based, and he's like all about family. I love that. He's an integrator. Who else? I like Sade too. Sade. I like.
You have a person that Sade.
It's Sade, and it's because she's just like she reminds me of like a Southern belle in a sense. She's just like she's so family oriented as well. Like she's so sweet. She leads with good intentions. She thinks good intentions about people, and I think that she gets us some tough times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lamar. We love you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that this went this way.
We share so many things together. We share Brtbtv. We share.
What is the discrepancy? What's going on?
The discrepancy is, you know, I'm sitting here relaxing, you know, rolling my half of the blunt because we're about to match.
I know him so well. I know when that question came, he got real quiet. Like
I sat there and I was like, I don't think you see my pause. I don't know what this.
No, I know him. I know he got real quiet. Like
I was like, I wonder, because I already told him
He's
this
like,
was one of my times.
so I know it.
So I'm like, oh.
When you're Ernest, he's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was like, Ernest, I get that.
He's like, Sade.
I'm like, Sade.
Mello, shout out to you, Mello.
Mello, come here.
Yo, I'm weak. You know, shout out.
Malika.
I think Mello's here.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I just see a shadow.
Oh, making photos in the bathroom.
Oh, God, you out over here Twitter.
Come here.
Yo.
What's going on? We having a rolling session?
Yeah, where's yours at?
Romello.
You say you ain't bring them.
Wait,
I
Romello.
got mine. Yeah.
Who are your 2 favorite outfits?
My 2 favorite outfits. Whoa, that's a huge thing to put me on. I love all my outfits equally. I can't say that.
Who's your favorite too?
Political. Okay, I love it.
He's about to go around. He's like, both of these guys right here.
I said, oh, political. I see where he's going.
I already know, Lamar, I swear I was going to say to you, I was like, did you know you got me listening?
I was sitting here when I was like, oh, I think I looked at the camera and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I went looking at the entrance and I was like, oh.
You know, you should have played it safe and say, my mother. You should have played it safe, though.
You even say her.
I got
He's like, bitch, that goes without saying, right?
Right, and then Mello just avoided the question.
Go ahead, Mello.
what? I mean,
You ain't got to say
No
that.
pressure.